Hi guys and welcome to my Sunday vlog. If you like the video, don't forget to hit the like button. And today I want to start right away with a quote from Robert T. Kiyosaki, the author of the book Rich Dad Poor Dad. And he says, if you want to go somewhere, it is best to find someone who has already been there. In short, you can learn a lot from the experiences of other people. And that is exactly what we plan to do today with this video. So today I'm going to share some of the key takeaways from the book Rich Dad Poor Dad with you all. Through this book, Robert Kiyosaki presents the key differences in the attitude of rich and poor people. He presents different views from the perspective of his rich dad and poor dad. His poor dad, who is also his biological father, is highly educated with a good job, is hardworking, but is financially broke. While his rich dad, who is the father of his friend, is poorly educated but a wealthy businessman who is financially savvy. Before we move on, I must admit that this book has shaped quite a lot of my thinking. I got a very good understanding of what is an asset and what is a liability after reading this book, and I hope you too find the key takeaways useful. And the very first key takeaway from the book is that you should buy assets and not liabilities disguised as assets. He puts it very simply. Something that puts money in your pocket is an asset, and something that takes money out of your pocket is a liability. He gives a few examples like your new big car is a liability, your big new home on mortgage is a liability, your stocks, bonds, rental generating real estate is an asset. He explains that the key difference in the attitude of his rich dad and poor dad was towards managing the cash flows. While his rich dad always went by the principle of pay yourself first and took a big chunk of his income to be put into income generating assets, his poor dad was spending it on buying liabilities like new car, new home, new TV. Robert Kiyosaki says that while rich buy assets and poor only have expenses, it is the middle class that keeps on buying liabilities, thinking they are buying assets. The next big takeaway from the book is to stop focusing on income and rather focus on your assets. Robert Kiyosaki suggests that we should never work for the money, instead, the money should work for us. And he brings in a very unique perspective when he suggests that we look at our assets as our employees who work hard to make money for us. He says that his poor dad was always locked in the cycle of greed and fear and could never achieve financial freedom as a result of that. The greed of earning a little more made him work hard for his employer, and fear of losing what he has earned always kept him away from taking any financial decision. Robert Kiyosaki further suggests that his poor dad always thought of his job as his financial security net, while on the other hand, his rich dad always emphasized on building income-generating assets in order to achieve financial freedom. Coming to the third and final key takeaway from the book, you must educate yourself in personal finance. While academic qualifications are important and often emphasized through formal schooling, the financial education is as important but unfortunately ignored by the schools. Robert Kiyosaki says money comes and goes, but if you have the education about how money works, you gain immense power over it and can build wealth. While his poor dad, a highly educated man with a PhD, always ignored the basics of financial literacy, his rich dad always emphasized on learning four parts of financial literacy, that is, accounting, investing, markets, and the taxation law. His rich dad understood the tax advantage and personal protection provided by the law to the corporates and used it to his advantage, while his poor dad kept on paying taxes and working almost a quarter every year only for the government. And that is it guys, I hope you found it useful. To close it, just repeat with me. I will always buy assets and not liabilities. I will focus on building assets. I will invest in educating myself in personal finance. Thank you.